Hello and welcome back to Sonic Colors with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Poogie. So this will be the last episode of Sonic Colors as we take on the final, I guess, level terminal velocity. Even though the only really long act is the first one, and it's mostly a chase level. Seriously, starting off with 3 egg chases at the beginning. Basically, it's a matter of dodging their lasers. There isn't much of the way of platforming in this stage, seriously. More focus on speed and everything. So yeah, and unfortunately if you die at any point in this stage, you will have to start again, seriously. So yeah. There are some rings you can get and whatnot, but yeah, on the second loss you will have to deal with them actually shooting twice and whatnot, and there are various things that can trip you up. And then we get this section with the moto bugs. Same thing applies as with Asteroid Coaster. Destroy the big ones to destroy the small ones. So yeah, and you can boost, but you only get so many boost wisps here. Seriously, and especially for what's coming up towards the end of this area. Seriously, because the camera starts to pan out a bit towards the end, and after the motorbug section, and then we pretty much go barreling down to this bit with the monster lobster mech again. So yeah, one of the things I do not want to do is waste nothing on these lasers and everything, and I say that and apparently it gets back to normal. So yes, this is pretty much just like with Aquarium Park. Watch out for his lasers, yada yada yada. Don't use too much of your boost. There are some rings towards the end. And what do you know, now the whole lobster mech is accompanied by these annoying moto bugs. So yeah, you can see where this is going. So yeah, and I use the rest of my boost just to get to the end here, which you can do. It isn't easy though. You do get some of the moto bugs, but not that much. And then that's it! The stage just ends. There's no goring or anything. So yeah, so that means we will face the final boss next. And, well, about that.
Time to bail! It can't be!
Leaving so soon? There are no lines, and I've saved the best rides for last. At least let me stab your hand so you can come back in.
I know you're trying to be clever with this whole amusement park pun thing, but it's just coming off lame. So just say you're going to destroy us and stop embarrassing yourself.
Curse you, Sonic! Not only do you foil my plans, but you foil my speeches as well! I work hard on them! No matter, I will destroy you, and I will be victorious! Is that better?
Like a million times better. Thank you.
This robot is special! He's powered by the energy from your little friends! He is invincible! So I'd say it's been nice knowing you, but it hasn't.
I have to admit I'm a little scared. I don't think we can beat this guy.
See you on the ground, buddy.
Sonic, no!
Just got one last thing to do! As for you...
So we face the final boss, the Nega Wisp armor. And this one is, well, it sets a precedent for a lot of the other Sonic bosses, barring maybe Generations, but yeah, the bosses of both, there's a Lost World and there's a Forces have this sort of thing. So basically with this boss, what will happen is that it will start using a different wisp power. You saw there it used Cube, which turns down a bunch of cubes onto the battlefield. All you have to do is quick step them, that's all. So yeah. And then it will start hoovering up wisps after you homing attack it. So yeah. Here is the Spike Wisp. Basically, you can take easy advantage of Sonic's double jump. Nothing too hard at all. Its attacks do get a bit more ferocious as the fight goes on, however. So yeah. Also pay attention to what happens with the Wisp after Sonic does do them. When the Nega Wisp armor goes behind you, however, what will happen is that not only will it use the Cube Wisp, it will also use the Laser Wisp. And it can also use the Spike Wisp from behind! So yes, and here it's using Laser. So yeah, I want to head off. And I died there. I actually wanted to, I don't know if you can jump over them. Those cubes, that is, in that instance. I know I am more used to using the quick step with the left analog stick, both the Wii and PS4 versions of colors. So yeah. The other thing, it will always drop rings once you damage it with the homing attack. So that is always a good thing. So what's it using here? Against Spike Wisp. Again, I'm quite surprised I didn't take damage there. Keep in mind, you jump on the first one, then quickly jump on the second lot of spikes, once it sends them out. So yeah. Also boosting after you've hit it won't do anything. Seriously, it won't do anything. So here we go again. I believe his attacks are actually random. So let's see, okay. He's using Spike and Cube. The spikes will run along the cubes, etc. And eventually get to you. You have to jump over the spikes and avoid the cubes. And yeah. The other thing of note, you will notice that there is like a purple hue. That is because of the Frenzy Wisp. Seriously. In fact, must be running one of the few Frenzy Wisps there, I say. Seriously. But there we go. So now I've got both the Laser and Drill Wisp back. I'm not sure that I've seen it use Drill yet, which is weird. So now, what's it using here? Using more cubes, so it's going to use, let's see. Nope, no laser this time. Good, and although laser on its own is annoying, we'll shoot it across the screen as if it's like some sort of photocopier. And then, yeah. How you know when it is going, when you can attack it, the camera will zoom in on the Nega Wisp armor, so yeah. So now we've got the Spike Wisp back, so yay. And then, let's see, more Spike Wisp. Sends out 3 of them now, so you have to do a double jump, then land on the ground, and then avoid it. And here with the Cube Wisp, there are a lot more cubes, so we have to be careful with our quick stepping. And let's see, does it does go faster and faster. Seriously. I'm not sure I can always dodge it. Seriously. So, homing attack, and then eventually you can get his head. Yeah, seriously. So let's see, do we have enough there? We have the Rocket Wisp, which is weird. We don't actually see the Nega Wisp armor actually use the Rocket Wisp. Yeah, I'm guessing one could say it is using it to propel itself, which would make some sort of semblance of sense. And leave with 0 rings here. Seriously, that's not gonna be fun. No, it ain't. Why did I boost that? Anyway, more spikes. Finally, we can attack it, and also note when the fight gets really intense, it kind of switches to a much more intense version of Reach for the Stars, the main theme of Sonic Colors. So yeah, and at the end of it, you can actually destroy the Nega Wisp with a final color blast. Yeah. Then we can't use Super Sonic, but then I didn't want to shell out for the Chaos Emeralds. So yes, Eggman is done. Seriously, well, at least until Generations, dare I say.
turned out the lights.
At Eggman's Incredible Interstellar Amusement Park, you can feel comfortable knowing your safety is our number one.
Oh, shut up!
This might not end well.
And remember what I said about the first act being very long, well, the longest of the two? Yeah, Act 2 is just another chase segment with more things in the floor when you try to evade them, seriously. To actually evade the floor, you can either jump over them. Quick stepping is probably not a good idea, in fact you can't. No, you can only jump, seriously. But there you go. No boost here, it seems, because the Wisps are no longer enslaved by Eggman and everything. So yeah, that's basically it. That's basically the act. And at the very end, we're just escaping from the giant black hole. The only real obstacle is that thing at the end there. Oh yeah, that's it. Seriously.
Sonic, are you okay? Man, I can't believe you made it through that.
Like you thought I wouldn't?
The only thing I was thinking about was getting pushed into an elevator.
Well, a hedgehog's gotta do what a hedgehog's gotta do.
Great job, Sonic.
Thanks, but I had a little help during that last part.
He said, thank you for saving us.
You're welcome. Thank you for saving us.
He says, you are welcome.
That thing's translating pretty good.
Yep, I finally got all the kinks out. We can talk to them perfectly now. Oh, great. He says, goodbye, my friends, I have to go. Just when I got this thing working.
Better late than never, buddy. Right on.
So yeah, that was Sonic Colors Ultimate, and it still holds up as a somewhat decent game. The problem is, Ultimate is not Ultimate at all. Seriously, even with the patches and fixes Sega have put in, this game, I would still recommend the Wii version over this one. Seriously, even though it is now playable on modern consoles. But it's still playable, I will give you that, but you've going for the red rings, then getting some of them is quite annoying. And yeah, and of course it being built on the ground up doesn't really help things, even if it does run at 60 frames per second. Taking what was, and also the Tails saving things was added in Ultimate, making an already easy game far too easy in my opinion, but still playable at least. And yeah, this is the credits, which are made a lot harder because there are even more credits in Ultimate, meaning that you'll have to sit through a lot of things in order to get the final Eggman cutscene. I could not record all of them seriously because they go on for too long anyway. You can actually skip them. I don't know why I didn't do that, but yeah, you can also use the Wisp powers, but after a while it just, yeah, doesn't work for me. Basically, the ending cutscene is Eggman, Orbot, and Cubot flying through space. Didn't really record it and skipped it, but never mind. So that is Sonic Colors. So the next Sonic game I will look at will of course be Sonic Generations, which is my favourite 3D Sonic game. Yes, even beating the Sonic Adventure games. So yeah, I will see you then for that. So I'll see you then. Goodbye!